Hey Kogen family and community, I wanted to thank you so much for clicking on this video. You know, as we've been going through this time and everything that's going on, and I know it's crazy, I wanted to talk to you about something that just really relates to everything that I do in my life. You know, here at Kogen, we talk a lot about self-defense. We talk about keeping ourselves safe. We talk about keeping our families safe. We talk about making sure that we're in a good place mentally, physically, and making sure that we're staying situationally aware. But there's an entire another aspect of our lives that I wanted to talk to you about. Just like we talk about self-defense at Kogen, I want to talk to you about spiritual defense. How do we spiritually defend ourselves from some of the things that have to be going on, that have to be happening in our hearts and minds right now? Things like hopelessness, things like depression, things like anxiety. I wanted to talk to you about these. And, you know, as we talk about these videos and go through this time, I was going to use kind of some of the hooks and some of the things that we talk about in Kogen to relate to them. So I hope that this series of videos kind of just makes you stop and think. I hope it gives you an opportunity to just kind of breathe fresh, to stop and slow down and recognize how things are going. Today, I want to talk to you about control. You know, control is one of those things that can be very elusive. Whether we're in a ring or we're on the mats, we talk about control being so important. Controlling the distance, controlling our opponent, controlling our emotions, controlling what's going to happen next. But if you really get down to it, control is only how we act and react. There's nothing we can do about the force coming against us. We can't read our opponent's mind. We don't know what they're going to do next. But instead, we can, in fact, control how we act and react. And so today I want to take kind of just that spiritual principle of control and suggest to you something that might feel very counterintuitive, and that's to give up control. You know, in the book of Psalms, chapter 46, verse 10, there's a verse that says, "Be still and know that I am God." Now, I realize that that's a loaded statement. I realize there's a lot there. So if you would like to connect or talk to me below, as you kind of look down, you're going to see my name for Facebook. You're going to see my email show up as well. Please feel free to contact or connect with me. I would love to talk to you more about what's going on. But back to control. You know, when we talk about what we control and how we control it, we understand, especially in moments like this, in events unprecedented in history, that we don't have the control that maybe we thought we had. It can be a little bit elusive. But in the Bible, it talks about being still. It talks about how we can rest in the fact that we can recognize that we are not God, that in fact He has a plan. And guys, He has a plan for you. He has a plan for this. I know right now it's hard to see. I know right now it's difficult to try to figure out quarantines, to figure out food supply, to figure out provision. So many of us, myself included, we're wondering about employment. We're wondering about income. We're wondering about keeping ourselves and the people around us safe. But I want you to know that there is a faith that answers that. I truly believe that that faith is found in Scripture, in the Bible. And so I just wanted to invite you, as these videos are dropped, just to give you some spiritual defense. Defense against hopelessness, defense against anxiety, defense against just feeling like you have no ability to control what's happening. I want them to give you some hope. I want them to give you some light. I want them to give you a way that you can make it through this time, so that when we're back together, when we're back on the mats, when we're back in the ring, when we're back training together, that these videos have made all of us better.